Hey y'all, Kayla McG here. How y'all doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. Just making myself some dinner. Making some shells and cheese. Great value. Yep. And I spent the day with my stepdad Thomas. I had a really great time. We had fun. We did some Christmas shopping, and we went to Applebee's for lunch. It was really good. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. In the comments below, list your 5 favorite Thanksgiving foods. Mine are green bean casserole, stuffing, ham, cornbread, and mashed potatoes. Yep, I made a green bean casserole, and me, Graham, Sherman, and we went to Joe's house. That's her friend. And I made the green bean casserole, and everybody there, including Joe's husband, Tony, loved it. I mean, sorry, my water's bubbling. And my friend, Scotty, he's kind of like a brother to me. He had 2 or 3 helpings of it. It was that good. And my dad, he taught me how to make the green bean casserole. And he said when it comes to other things, like with the milk and the salt and pepper and everything, it just depends on the taste. And he's real good. So I had to add some salt so it wouldn't stick to the pot. Anyway, he said it depends on the taste. Now, when you put milk in there along with the salt and pepper, you don't want to put too much. You don't want to make it too spicy, but you don't want to make it too bland. And with the milk, you don't want to make it too creamy, and you don't want to make it too dry either. Because if it's too creamy, then it'll be all puddly. If it's too dry, it won't taste right. If it's too spicy, you won't be able to eat it. If it's too salty, you won't be able to eat it. Excuse me. But they all loved it. Joe loved it, Graham loved it, Sherman loved it, Tony loved it, and Scotty loved it. Even I loved it. I mean, it was really good. I mean, it was huge. It was in a dish about this big. It's a big old dish. And I made it in just under 3 minutes. Now, I don't know if that's like an impressive time or whatever, but I'll just say this. I had a nice Thanksgiving. And also today, when I was at the store in Newport News area, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last one of my videos at all, but I've been trying Bang Energy. Now, if y'all know Dang Matt Smith, I'll give you a shout out and get that out of you. But anyway, his channel is sponsored by Bang Energy. And the first flavor that I tried was called Rainbow Unicorn. Yes, I know it sounds crazy. That's the real name of it. It was actually pretty good. And the one that I got today is Peach Mango. And actually, I was going to try it with my dinner, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste. Let's see how this is. Smells good. Woo! Tastes even better. Oh, wow. Ooh. Excuse me. Dang. Wow. This is really good. Woo! Feel that energy surging. Yeah. Okay, so. Whew. Oh, wow. Excuse me. Anyway, y'all. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Sorry, I'm stirring and I gotta look over my shoulder so I can look in the camera. So you won't just see the side of my head and my eyes looking at it, so Noodle was trying to hide on the back of the spoon. So, y'all, just tidying up my mess behind the salt here. Okay. Come on, dadgummit. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I've completely drawn a blank. But also, if you look behind me, there's not as much stuff on my counter as there used to be. Oh, wait, I never posted a video about game night. So, last Saturday, I had game night here at my house. And, everybody brought something, and they all came here. And as you can see from behind me, yeah, there is a little bit of stuff, but it's much more tidy. I mean, yeah, there's stuff there right now, but I made it all nice. I did the floors, cleaned up the counter, cleaned off the table, and everybody had a nice time. We played a game called Left, Right, Center. I'll explain that in a minute. And we played dominoes. Now, everybody probably knows about the game Dominoes, and I'll explain both of them just in case any of you guys don't know what those are. So the first one I'm going to explain is called Left, Right, Center. So Left, Right, Center, you play with... Every time I've explained this to somebody else, there's like, oh, is it like a gambling game? I guess it kind of is, but not really. You don't bet on anything. But first, let me explain it. So, Left, Right, sorry, I had to bring my leg up. Left, Right, Center is a game where you use quarters. You take out 3 quarters. You know, you bring a lot of them if you're a collector or whatever. But anyway, you take 3 quarters and you lay them out in front of you. And you have 3 dice, and they'll have like a small container in the middle of the table. Damn, that was weak. Whew. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, so, and you have 3 dice. On the dice are the 2 words and 2 symbols. Okay, that's hurting my foot. Ow. And the 2 words are right, left, and then, well, actually, there's 3 dice. And depending on how many quarters you have, you use that many dice. But anyway, on the dice, there's the words right, left, then there's a star, and then a circle. Now, the star means you put it in the middle. And the circle means you're safe. Kind of like in baseball. Safe! But anyway, let me explain it. So let's say everybody's going and you're the first person to start the game. So if you have all 3 quarters, you roll all 3 dice. And then once it lands on whatever it lands on, let's say you roll the dice and you get a right and 2 safes. So you pass a quarter to the right and you keep 2. Then you pass it on to the next person. Now, if the next person, they have all 3 quarters, they roll their die, and it's a left, right, and a star. So they pass 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the middle, which means they're out of quarters until somebody either gets a left or a right and passes it back to them. And it goes like that until it gets to the showdown. Now, what showdown is, not like the Western type with the guns and everything, it's just the quarters and everything. So, in the showdown round of the game, it's each person has 1 quarter and they get 1 die. Excuse me. And they keep going back and forth. And the one that gets a star puts it in the middle, and the one who still has that quarter left wins the game. And they win the quarters that were in that little container. And it goes on like that for 2 more games, and then you move on to dominoes. Now, with dominoes, y'all have probably played it on your phone or with your family. And yes, I know the first thing when you hear dominoes, you think of the pizza, which is also very delicious, by the way. But it's not the pizza. It's the game. And what we've done is basically a free rule of dominoes. There's not a specific rule. So you mix up the die with putting them face down. And you put them on the table, you mix them up, and then each person, depending on how many people there are, hang on one second. Let me taste test one of these and then I'll continue explaining. No, I don't want a bunch, I just want one. The hell? Somebody pressed the panic button by accident. That happens. Okay. No, I don't want a bunch. 1 second. Okay, I finally managed to get an uno. Let me taste test it and then I'll continue explaining the game domino. Almost done. Anyway, so you get 7 dominoes. Each person gets 7 dominoes. And, if you have, how it starts out is you have to put 4 double 12s in the center of the table. And then once all the 12s are there, then it's free reign. Free reign, which means you can put anything, you start out by putting a 12 down. If you have a 12 on one side and a 6 on the other. And then another person plays, and it goes on like that. Then there's a thing called chicken foot. Now, chicken foot is where you have a double on each side. Like maybe it's a double 6 or a double blank. Yes, there are actually double blanks. Or a double 2 or a double whatever. And then it spreads out like a chicken foot, like this. And if someone, you go around the table, whoever placed the chicken foot down, everybody else has to have that until the chicken foot is satisfied. Once the chicken foot is satisfied or completed, then you can place anything down. And then it goes on like that for a while until one person runs out and they win the game and then the game is over. And that when we played maybe 2-3 games of dominoes, and then we had dessert. Oh, I cannot get over how good this is. Anyway, 1 second. Okay, so what we had for dinner, we had Little Caesars pizza and salads. Now I'm picky with my salad, so I just had pizza. And I provided cherry Pepsi in the can. Sorry. And for dessert, we had a chocolate fudge cake with green icing with little chocolate sprinkles on the top. It was really good. But now I think I realized that the little chocolate sprinkles, part of it was coconut. I'm not allergic to coconut or anything, I just don't like it. Because, everybody has likes and dislikes and everything like that. And I don't like peanuts, but I love peanut butter. And I don't like coconuts. There's a lot of things I don't like, but I'll get into that into a different video. So, it's like, hold on. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Another one got on the pot. On the spoon. Whatever. Hold on just a second. Slippery little bugger. They're done. Okay, so let me move my chair out of the way. And let me turn this off. Bring this over here. Bring the pot as well. Give me a second. And okay, here we go. And now, like I was saying, I'm not allergic to coconut, but I just don't like it. Just that was steamy. Everybody's got their likes and dislikes. Now, like I said a second ago, I don't like peanuts, but I love peanut butter. And some of my friends ask me, well, if you love peanut butter, then why don't you like peanuts? And I tell them, like, say they don't like ketchup. And I was like, well, why don't you like ketchup? I don't know. And I say, exactly. Because you just don't like it. It's a preference. You know, everybody has their preferences. Everybody has their preferences, and everyone has their likes and dislikes, celebrity crushes, and all that other stuff. That's just how people are. And I'm draining this, even though it's in a strainer. Okay. But yeah, like I said, shallow overboard. I saved it. Thankfully, it didn't go down in the garbage disposal. I ain't reaching down there. No. And yes, I do have a garbage disposal. Yeah. Anyway, you know, like I was saying, everybody's got their preferences. Everybody has their likes, dislikes. And everybody, you know, does what they do. Ugh. Everybody does what they do. What the hell did I just say? I have no freaking idea. But, you know, it's just a matter of liking what you like. I mean, everybody likes certain different things. I mean, there's no problem in that. You know, some people may like shopping. Other people may like listening to rock music. Like me. Take me, for instance. You know, just the other evening, I started listening to massive metal. And yeah, I don't like the kind of girl who's a metalhead, but, you know, when I first told some of my friends when I was in high school that I like Rob Zombie, they were like, wait, you like Rob Zombie? And I'm like, yeah. And they said, well, and I said to them, I was like, well, I don't look like the kind of girl who listens to Rob Zombie, do they? And they're like, no, you don't. You look like the kind of girl who listens to Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I do. Well, why do you listen to rock music? Because I like it. And then she stopped talking. Because everybody likes what they like, you know? Food, music, people, movies, wide varieties. I'm not gonna get that into it. So yeah. But hold on, I'll come back in a frame in just a second. There we go. So like I'm saying, you know, everybody likes certain things. Like with me, when it comes to pajamas, now I know I'm going way off topic, like I'm going overboard off topic, but anyway, with pajamas, like as you can see, I have a pajama top and pajama bottoms. Because of my autism, I have a slight sensory issue. I don't like it when my thighs rub together. That just it feels weird. So if I wear a nightgown, now this is gonna count. Sorry, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but whenever I wear a nightgown, I wear pants with it. And you're probably thinking, why would you wear a nightgown with pants? I mean, a nightgown is supposed to be where you can let your, you know, legs be shown and all that other stuff. Oh, now, batteries at 15%. Well, y'all, I'm going to have to cut it here because my phone battery is low. So, y'all, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And as always, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Bye.